everybody, Jenny here, coming with an update on the diet journey and more interesting information about diets and health in general that I stumble across in my general research to help myself try to get my life together. All right, so first of all, I'm on the HCG diet. I'm doing round two. Not nearly as successful as I was in round one. Not quite sure why, because I'm kind of eating the same. So, it might be just the fact that I lost 17 pounds in round one, but I did have a month between round one and round two. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I had an interesting adventure on the scale today. I did go back and look at my numbers from yesterday. If you were watching yesterday, I was confused on what my numbers were. I had thought I lost zero point 0.3 pounds, and I realized that indeed I had gained zero point 0.3 pounds yesterday. So that was a little concerning to me. I didn't really cheat at all, but I did have two tortillas. But if you add the calories together, it still comes to between 5 and 600 calories, very few carbs, and less than 8 grams of or 8 ounces of protein. So a little discouraging, but then we know that not every day is reflective of what happens that day. So I got on the scale today and it said that I had gained another zero point 0.7 pounds. I, I was just like, what? Um, I didn't have to, I didn't even have the tortillas yesterday. I decided to go with a salad. So, but I do put a little salad dressing on it, and I don't know if that's what set me back or what. I had taco meat. No, I didn't have salad dressing on it. I take that back. I did not have salad dressing on it. I kept thinking about how much salad dressing am I going to put on. The more lettuce I have, the more salad dressing I want. The less salad dressing I want, but the more vegetables I should eat. But it's really hard to eat lettuce without some flavoring with it. So I went with the ground turkey taco meat on it. And I threw in some cherry tomatoes and I sprinkled some mozzarella cheese. But I sprinkle mozzarella cheese on everything. I always do throughout all my rounds. So this is not like something different that my body's like, what? We're not supposed to do this. So I was really discouraged. And then after I started getting ready in the morning and thinking about it and thinking about the fact I even went to the gym yesterday, I'm like, I don't understand. I'm like, I'm going to get on that scale again. I got on the scale again and it said that I had lost 0.3 pounds. So I'm like, okay, well, that seems right. It's just not calibrating properly. And then I completely got myself ready in the morning and everything, and I went and I got on the scale again, and it was right back up to where the first number was. I'm choosing, even though 2 out of 3 said that I gained zero point 0.7 pounds, I'm choosing to go with the I lost 0.3. Normally I don't do that. I always err on the side of more to like encourage myself to lose more. But I just was really good the last 2 days. I don't understand that. I don't. Oh, I did have one thing yesterday. Let me write this down on my sheet before I forget. I had a Special K keto chocolate almond bar. Now this has I still probably stayed around 500 calories for the day. It has, I think, 130 calories in it. But it only has, I think, 3 net carbs. I believe I have one more right here. This is what I had. It says 1 gram of sugar on it. So, keto friendly. Not that we're on keto, but essentially we're kind of doing a keto diet when we're doing HCG. 160 calories, I apologize. Had more calories than I thought. But really, in my taco salad, I mean, did I have 300 calories in there? I'm not even sure. So, we'll say I did. And I was between 5 and 600 calories on this diet, which is typically what I am. Okay, so this is 160 calories. It has 12 carbs, 9 grams of fiber. So it's 3 net carbs. Not bad. These are the really interesting. It says like chocolate almond fudge. Sounds amazing, doesn't it? Yeah, it doesn't taste amazing, but it tastes amazing when you're on HCG and you're not having any sweets and you're really not eating much food and you want a little something else and you're like, oh, a sweet would be really nice. I managed to use these throughout my last round as like a snack later on in the day. Like I use this in lieu of two apples. Same calories as two apples. Way less carbs than two apples. Way less sugar than two apples. I mean, obviously more fat. There's 12 grams of fat. You're not supposed to have fat on this diet, so that's not ideal. So, guess what? Not having one of those today. You know what? It's a learning experience getting on this diet. I don't know. I think it's just a matter of being over the 50-year-old mark and going with round again, but I've got a lot of weight to still lose. Like I have a lot of weight to still lose. So I can't be messing around and just throwing caution to the wind. I'm also in like one of those incentive things that like I get $2,000 if I get down. Well, shoot, at this point, ah, I have to still lose about 17 pounds, 17 more pounds by the end of October. So I need this round to be successful to get myself back on track. And I need this round to be successful to get into some swimsuits for the summer. Jesus. All right. I'm going to close that out and not look at it anymore. And let me pull up what I found to read about today. Okay, again, we're still in this Carrie Dahlgren's blog that I found. She had a lot of interesting information. I don't agree with everything that's in there, and not everything applies to us because most of us are on the HCG diet. But I love all the psychological stuff, and I have always said, if you follow me at all on this channel, that I'm a psychological mess when it comes to dieting. And I justify things in my head all the time, and I have lots of reasonings. One of the main things, and I've talked about this extensively in the past, so I'm not going to go into detail about it, but one of the main things that trips me up is being ingrained my entire childhood until I was 18 years old that everything that was on your plate you had to eat, and that everything my mom made for dinner we basically had to finish. Unless she had enough for another full meal, we were passing bowls around until they were gone. You could not waste food, and you could never throw food away that was on your plate. I remember having, like, if we would have a steak or something like that, and I would try to cut the fat off of it because it just disgusted me, my dad would say, "Eat the fat, it's good for you." I still remind him about that now. Every time he's like, "Oh, I ate this because it was low fat." I'm like, "Oh, do you remember what you told me when I was a kid?" Not to mention how disgusting that was. All right. So anyway, there was a little side vlog page, not vlog, blog, specifically addressing 7 ways to stop overeating when you don't want to waste food. So we just talked about the 10 different reasons that we overeat when we're not even hungry. All right, one of those 10, which resonated with me significantly, was the fact that you don't want to waste the food. Can't get that out of my mind. Can't get that out of my mind. As an adult, it's not always, oh, kids are starving somewhere else, so I can't waste it. It becomes an economical issue for me, and just like you can't throw food away. That's money. You're literally taking money and burning it. Like if that was turned into a $10 bill, that food, would you just say, I don't need that $10 bill and burn it? No, you would use that $10 bill. And food is the same thing. You throw that food away and then you buy more food, you're wasting money, right? If you ate that food, you'd be saving money. Just logic in my brain. This is how my brain works. It's just logical. All right, so let's read what Carrie says, because here there's 7 reasons. What we're going to do is I'm going to read the introduction today, and then I'm going to read all 7 reasons. Then we'll go in future videos and dive a little deeper into the specifics underneath each category that she has written. So here we go. It starts off saying, do you ever overeat because you don't want to waste food or money? This is so me. All right, I'm talking to you. I did glance over this before, but okay, yeah, so me. Perhaps you spent $20 on a meal and felt like you'd be missing out if you didn't finish your plate. And we don't take it to go because of other silly reasons, like it won't be as good later. Or maybe you can't take it to go and you feel like it's disrespectful to waste food. That's probably one that we can all relate to. The fear of wasting food is one of the biggest psychological blocks to overeating. Yes, right here. It's a block that usually is ingrained in us as children, so they can be deeply triggered and difficult to overcome. So let's get triggered and dig into the reasons why we're afraid of wasting food, why it leads to overeating, and how we can stop both. Can I just side note, if I can get control of this, you're going to start to see a skinny Jenny because this is huge. I come back from a scrapbooking retreat, I have all the leftover food. I just eat it all. I'm like, I just, in my brain, I think, well, let me just eat it and then it'll be gone out of the house and then I can start eating better on a diet. Like, it's here, it's tempting me. I don't want to waste it. I don't want it to go bad. I don't want to have to throw it away because it's getting yucky. I want people to eat it first. And then, yeah, just so many reasons. Okay. And going out to eat, well, I always clean my plate when I go out to eat. Rarely do I bring food home. It's just because I have a cavernous stomach that can consume large quantities of food. All right, so 7 reasons why you hate wasting food. She writes, as far as I'm aware, the main reasons we hate wasting food involve money, morals, parents, or hedonic eating. If you want to know what hedonic eating is, look a few videos past, we talked about it. She writes, but it's more complicated than that. So I've created a list of 7 reasons why you might hate wasting food. And if your reason isn't on this list, comment down below. Okay, this is a blog I'm reading this from. All right, here are the top 7 psychological triggers for overeating because of the fear of wasting food. Number 1, you're afraid of wasting flavor or an experience. Number 2, you're eating in advance in an attempt to become economical. Number 3, you feel like you're wasting money. Number 4, you feel guilty for wasting food because of world hunger. Number 5, you worry about what other people think of you. Number 6, your mom or dad taught you to always lick your plate clean. Number 7, you have major FOMO, or fear of missing out, with food. Mm, 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 mm. Relate, 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 relate. So I hope that this is something that you can benefit from too. I'm hoping that maybe just by talking about it, reading through this stuff, saying it out loud, hearing it again, hearing it from somebody else's voice in a different way, that maybe it'll become more meaningful and salient and we will grasp it and adopt it into our eating, because overeating is my major problem when it comes to dieting. I could eat well, I just overeat. And I don't always need to. I don't eat because of hunger. I eat for many reasons. I can't even tell you all of them. There's a plethora of them. I could probably list 20 reasons why I eat all day long. So, hopefully, this little dive into this topic is going to be beneficial to both of us. All of a sudden, I just clicked on my camera, and it's quite dark today. I wonder if I can lighten that up a little bit. Well, anyway, it is what it is. It's dark, so it is. All right, you take care. It was good seeing you, and I hope this was beneficial to you. I will dive into some of those topics tomorrow and hopefully have another loss on the scale. I mean, I shouldn't say another. Hopefully have a loss on the scale from the number that I chose to believe I am this morning. And maybe I should start to consider looking into another scale. I should look into what the life of the accuracy of scales are. I have a Weight Watchers digital scale. I've had it for a while. I mean, I may have even had it for, no, I've probably only had it for about 5 years now that I think about it. I think I've only had it for about 5 years, so I don't know. Maybe they start to go at that point. I always thought of it as being reliable, but I have been using it a lot. So maybe it does eventually kind of wear out. We'll see. That'll be another research I can do a video on that. Take care. Have a great day. Love to hear from you. Comment down below about anything on your mind. Please like the video. I appreciate you if you do. And subscribe to my channel. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.